Respectfully. What's going on, Respectfully podcast? Trudge in the building. Trudge, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. So obviously I went to Amsterdam. As you guys know, we got Aurie up here in his pajamas last episode.
Yep.
Apologies for that. But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I guess that's probably the best way I can describe it.
Yeah?
The best. I did a lot of tourist stuff, a lot of sightseeing.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, good fun, man. Good fun.
Okay, cool. And because he did that, it's not even a punishment for him, right? It's just for 5 minutes, we're going to do a swap. I'm going over there and you're going to sit on here with all the cameras on you on your own. So people can look at you and go, well, who is it that made the show tired? So come on, get up, swap. Come and sit here. Hurry up, man. Come on, swap. Go on, swap. Yeah, let me sit behind here to see how this looks, right? All right, there you go. Bit too much light on you.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's not set for your face. Mic to your mouth. There, go on.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us, how was Amsterdam? Go on.
Amsterdam was very good. It was very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get up to out there?
I had a space cake.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I thought I died. Explored the sights, you know.
Explored the sights and the space cake. You're not going to just leave it on space cake and then move past. So what happened with the space cake? You had it first time.
Yep.
What was that like?
Okay, that was pretty grim. I went somewhere where...
That is too white on your face. Let me sort this camera.
No, that's fine.
There we go. Go on. Keep going.
I went somewhere where I thought I died, basically. It's like, I don't know if anyone out there's ever had a space cake, but you're literally in the room for like a second and then you go somewhere, then you come back and then, you know... Your last 10 seconds are a complete mystery, basically. And it just keeps happening. Like, stay away from space cakes. That's all I can say.
Well, okay, so how long did it take for it to kick in?
About an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Were you one of those guys that like took a bite and was like, this ain't doing nothing, let me take another bite?
No. I had the bad experience once before with an edible, let's say that.
Okay.
And so I was like very, very cautious this time. So I literally had like a little bite. This sounds pathetic to like the experienced stoners out there, but I literally had like a little bit of the cake, like a little bit, and it still did mad damage. Like,
okay.
Okay. Snoop Dogg once said you should never touch those things. Like, you know, that guy smokes a lot of weed. So.
If Snoop Dogg says you shouldn't touch it, then it shouldn't be a thing that should be touched.
I agree.
Okay, cool. What sites did you go and see?
Went down the red light district.
Of course you did. Let's go into detail with that. Red light district, what happened? How did it happen? Go.
Just went sightseeing. You know, I didn't pay for anything. I had a look, obviously, but I mean, like, I wasn't like interested in...
This is fun. I could do this from this side. I could just switch. This is easy. Is this all you have to do is sit here and go 1, 2,
I know.
Switch.
I know.
Switch. Is this all you have to do?
Pretty much.
Listen, I need to give you more work, man. All right. So you went down the red light district. You didn't like obviously partake.
No, obviously just went for a little tour, little exploration. That's all I can really tell you. I went to the prostitution museum, which was interesting as well. It's crazy how they make their money, but you know, it is what it is.
All right. You should know this better than this. Mic to your mouth, please. What kind of unprofessional?
Yeah, sorry.
He's the engineer. What's going on here?
I assume my voice is too loud, so if I put it here,
your voice is way too soft.
Wow,
it's not loud.
That's good. I'll take that. That's
all right.
Nice.
So you went there, went to the museum. What did you see in the museum that was interesting?
Museum basically is trying to tell you that, you know, like sex work shouldn't be frowned upon. Like, it's just women trying to make a living.
Of course.
And fair enough. But it also tells you like the average woman in the windows will make like 150 in an hour, and an average client is like 6 minutes, and then you go for like a tour of like the actual of one of the rooms. It's a bit much, I've got to be honest, but it wasn't my favorite thing to see in Amsterdam. Let's be real there.
It wasn't your favorite thing to see?
No.
What was your favorite thing to see?
My favorite thing? Oh, my favorite thing probably was the Torture Museum was good, you know.
Okay. Hold on, pause right there. I just need everyone to know that I'm right here. Look, I know you're not thinking this guy does not look like Aurie Styla. I'm right here. I just wanted to put him on the spot for a second. I'm behind the camera. I'm looking right in your face right now. I'm right here. You hear my voice. I'm not in like a different studio. This is where we are. All right, let's go. Let's go back to Trudge, who's telling us about his experience at the museum of. Is it called Museum of Prostitution?
No, it's called like the Red Light Museum or something like that. The Secrets of the Red Light District.
Okay, cool. Let's go back to him. There you go. Carry on.
Yeah. So that was that. Torture Museum was good.
Wait, stop. Torture?
Yeah, Torture Museum, yeah.
There's a torture museum in Amsterdam?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know that, and I've been there several times.
No, it's actually really good. I mean, I was like the first to get there as well, so it was quite embarrassing because I thought I looked way too eager to see some torture machines and that, but it was good, man. I learned about like the Spanish horse and witchcraft and how they punished all the people for that. It's crazy. Yeah, definitely recommend looking at that.
That's a weird thing to recommend. I recommend everyone go to the museum.
Yes, exactly. It's less painful than a space cake. I'll tell you that, because that was just not fun at all.
Okay, cool. When you were out there, did you walk around into any of the marketplaces and areas and so on?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. So I just need to know, with your trip to Amsterdam, did you see anybody do anything like this?
Oh, wow.
Please describe on the screen what you're... Hold on, I'm just going to jump in the camera.
Yeah.
This is me putting him on the spot right now. Please, Sam Trudge, describe what you see on the screen.
I see a man in blackface.
In blackface, in what country do you assume this to be?
I'm going to assume that's Holland.
That is in Holland, in Amsterdam. They have a whole kind of movement with a character called Black Pete. It's their kind of Christmas thing. Basically... Wow. They celebrate Christmas. They have a character called Black Pete, who is basically known to be one of Santa's helpers, who was bad, who got sent down a chimney, and then came out like this. And people dress up like this in Amsterdam all the time.
Wow.
Not all the time. During this time of the year, which we obviously know is outrageous because Andrew Schultz has a good joke about this. He says how they say that the reason why their skin is black is because he climbs down a dirty chimney and he comes out with all soot in his face. And then Schultz said, but what was down that chimney? Like a black hair salon, because this guy's curls are insane. Right? It is obviously very, very negative, this connotation, but it's seen to be as tradition and culture in the Netherlands, which many people have given pushback on because it is outrageous, as you can see.
Wow.
I'm going to ask you as a man,
yes.
How does this make you feel? Let me zoom the cameras in right now. Let me, I'm going to make this real bold. You better say the right words today.
Yeah.
You better say the right words respectfully, right? Because I may have a sprained wrist from boxing, but my left hook is still good. How does this make you feel, Trudge?
Very uncomfortable.
Good. That's the good answer. You didn't see any of this happening over there at the time?
No, not at all.
I think Zwarte Piet, they celebrate, like, people dress up like this during December. End of November to December, I think it is. Let me see when the date is.
No, I didn't see any of that. Like, I didn't even see any like references to it out there either.
Oh no, Zwarte Piet is it's very triggering for a lot of people to see. Right. Imagine being a British person or person from America and you go over there and you're just seeing all of these people in blackface.
Yeah.
Just in blackface. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh yes. That is crazy.
Yeah, December every year. This is what you're seeing. Crazy.
Wait, is this it's still a thing? Like maybe somewhere in Holland, which I obviously didn't see.
I'll read this now. It says it right here. A June 2020 survey saw a drop in support for leaving the character's appearance unaltered, right? Yeah. 47% of those surveyed supported the traditional appearance compared to the 71% in similar survey held in 2019. So more people are okay with it as the years were going by. But this survey was done in 2020, which means it's still the conversation of, is this something that should be going on? Yeah. Should we change it around? We're still having a conversation about this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So,
Right, wow. That's, I did not expect to see that. That's crazy. Like, I thought Holland was quite a sensible country. Like,
oh no, it's got its sensibilities in many ways. It's very liberal in terms of the idea of women who would like to use their bodies to make you money and work in sex work. Yeah. We're okay with that as long as you're legislated to make sure that your body is insured and that you get your regular checkups, etc., etc. Yeah. They're okay with that.
Yeah.
But with Zwarte Piet, it's still very much out there because they say it's not supposed to be racist, but you can understand having blackface, big pink lips, and a fake afro hair.
Yes.
And the idea as well to Pete is if you're a bad kid, he will take you, or Santa Claus Santa Claus will take you and leave you in Spain if you're a bad kid. So kidnapping as well is attached to the idea of Zwarte Piet. Yes. Gonna put the camera right on your face right there.
Oh my God, no.
Look what you done to us.
Sorry, yes.
Look what your people have done. And you're going out there supporting Dutch Dutch tourism during Christmas.
Wait,
How do I know you didn't go? I didn't see any pictures of you out there. How do I know you didn't go out there and start dressing like Water Creek? I have not seen a single picture of you out there. No, actually, I saw one.
One,
right? Just one. I ain't seen any others. How do I know? It's not nice being on the camera, innit? Having to have the pressure of having to be able to articulate yourself with all of this, innit? It's very uncomfortable with both the lights and both the cameras on you like this. It's not nice, is it?
No, man. This is why I was sweating in that interview. It was crazy.
We're going to definitely redact that because I don't like his name on our podcast. But nonetheless, it's not easy being on there and behaving yourself, is it? Yeah, and then you got to get me to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning because you want to go out there and dress up like Zwarte Pete. You know what? Respectfully, you need a slap in your face. You need a big slap in your face, Sam. All right, let's swap back. Come back.
All right, cool.
I can tell that you're feeling a bit uneasy right now.
Yeah.
Let's swap back. Hold on. All right, we're swapping back. We are getting back to our regular programming. There you go. The lighting was set for my face, not yours. All right. All right.
We're back.
We are back. You're someone that doesn't mind even being on camera though, so that's a problem. I kind of want you to be on camera and feel shame.
Yeah, no, I've been there, man. I've been on You've Been Framed. Like, you can't embarrass me.
You've been on You've Been Framed?
Yeah. It's like my first big thing I used to brag about, but...
You've been on You've Been Framed?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the video of you on You've Been Framed?
So I was a youngster, right, and I was being pushed on a swing, and the swing broke, and I fell back and cracked my head open. So it was great.
Wait, all right, so let's really quickly talk about this. You were on You've Been Framed.
Yep.
Your head was cracked open, and your parents sent that video of you being on You've Been Framed.
Yeah.
With your head cracked open for the sum of £250.
Basically, yeah. Yep.
So the trauma that your head took for being cracked open from a broken swing, your parents looked at it and said, bingo, is that what they said?
Yes, exactly.
Respectfully, your parents are trash. I'm sorry. Your parents are trash. You think if my kids' heads get cracked open, I'm sending that to you being framed. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Trudge, yeah? Let me tell you something, yeah? Disrespectful. Your son's head was bust open and one of you were holding the camera and the other one said, that's the money shot. You lot are disrespectful. So wait, let me get this right. Your head was cracked open. You ended up on You've Been Framed.
Yep.
Stitches.
Can't tell you exactly the extent of it, but I just know I was quite badly hurt. And sometimes, I don't even know if they still have it on TV, but if you watch like the best of You've Been Framed, sometimes that comes on.
Do you ever, hold on, do you get like, every time they air it, like Christmas and they do the best of You've Been Framed,
do
you ever get like a little additional like money for your trauma?
No.
That is disrespectful.
I don't see it. I don't think my parents see it. I know it.
How much do your parents make for that? Is it $250?
It was $250, yeah. I know. I've still got the VHS somewhere at my mum's house. I'm certain.
Your parents are disrespectful. Disrespectful.
I think it was a buyout fee. So, now that trauma is stuck with me and I see nothing for it. So it's great.
There was a buyout fee?
I'm sure there must have been. I think that's what it is. $250 is buyout fee. So
that is, do you know what a buyout fee is supposed to be if you feature in a program?
Yeah. So
it's more than £250.
Well, yeah.
Your head got cracked open for £250. Nah, I'm sorry. Your parents, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Trudge, hey, respectfully, you're terrible. I'm sorry. Nah, that's. If it was a thing where you fell off the swing and you were okay, but from you cracked your head open, nah. Are you cool with your parents now?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Both of them?
Yeah, I'm sweet. I mean, I was more offended by the haircut at the time. Like, I had a bowl cut, that probably saved me.
Hold on. Who cut your hair that ended up on You've Been Framed? If one of your parents cut your hair, then put you on that swing, and then you cracked your head open, I'm starting to think your parents set the swing up to break. Because what I'm seeing is poverty, so let's not pay for our son's hair to get cut. Let's cut our son's hair ourselves because we can't afford the real cut. How do we make some money off of this idiot son that we got right here, yeah? Here's an idea. I don't know what your mum's name is. Susan. Susan. I don't know what your mum's name is.
Donna.
Oh, that's even worse. Donna. Put him on the swing. I've sorted something out. And get the camcorder as well. Why we need a camcorder? Don't you worry. We got this. All right, Trevor. I don't know if it's his name. But so Donna has gone and got the camcorder and put you on this swing after cutting your hair.
Yep.
Pushes the swing up. The swing snaps. Your head cracks open. All right, well, Sarah missed. This will go to Jeremy Beadle. Your parents don't love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I respectfully. Now, I'm sure they do, but they also love that 250 just as much.
Oh, yes.
That is wild. I'm getting to an adult age. I'm doing the same thing back to them.
Oh, no.
Listen, Donna, I'm not trying to plant any seeds in his head, yeah? But I will say this, Donna, if you, God forbid you ever get in a wheelchair, right? And for some reason, your son gets a camera out and just wants to wheel you uphill, right? Then gets a phone call and then for some reason, let's go and you wheel back, but one of the wheels fall off. And with inflation, that 250 be about like 315. And you see Jeremy Beadle Jr., I don't know, they're trying to do You Been Framed. That's wild. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I mean, bro, I ain't ashamed of anything anymore.
Wait, hold on. Is Jeremy Beadle passed away?
I think he did, yeah.
R.I.P. Jeremy Beadle, man. That was a legend. Let me just double check. Let me not say R.I.P. because he might be still alive. I think he did as well. Jeremy... There we go. Jeremy Beadle. Yeah, 2008. The legend, man.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that. Oh.
Yeah, man. Wait, was it Jeremy Beadle that You've Been Framed?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't even remember.
Yeah. Jeremy Beadle. And then it was Harry Hill. That was it.
That was it. Yeah.
Jeremy Beadle, then Harry Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Bruv, you were on You've Been Framed. That is funny. That is funny. All for a cracked head.
Yeah. I know. I don't think it's affecting me now, though. But...
Donna, you put your sign on You've Been Framed. I'm not gonna make this racial, but ain't no black people cracking their son's head open and then sending the evidence to Jeremy Beadle for 250.
Oh man,
It'll be a next conversation the next day. As soon as that airs on a Tuesday, Wednesday morning. Yeah, hello, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, your son, your son Trevonte. We saw him on television the last night. We want to have some words about his safety. That kid will get sent to social services. You get away with so much, man. Oh mate, I'm sorry, Donna. I'm sorry, Donna. I'm sorry. No kid should ever have been put off through You've Been Framed. You've Been Framed is reserved for stupid dogs and cats. That's how I see it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Them cats that do stuff like they'll see like a window and think it's open, and they'll jump bang into it. But the cat's fine; they got extra lives.
Yeah,
your son, Donna, your son had one skull. Oh, that's rude.
Yeah,
would you do that if your son hurt himself, cracked his head, and then? Because you got to wonder. Yeah. That VHS had to get set up.
Yeah. No, it's true. Exactly. That's a good point.
There were no camera phones back then.
Yeah, it's true.
Your mum or dad had to set up a tripod, them camcorders were like this big.
No, that was it. It was a giant, like, flipping camera.
Nah, they set you up. They wanted your skull bust. They would. Would you say that you had a poverty-stricken upbringing?
I wouldn't say poverty-stricken. No, I don't know.
Your mum and dad's gonna hate me for this. I don't care. Would you say were they broke? Were they okay? Or were they rich?
They were okay till they got divorced, I think.
Okay, are they together? Okay, no worries. No. So they got divorced, right?
Yeah.
Did this head crack happen before or after the divorce?
Before.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go even deeper. Respectfully. So respectfully, who called for the divorce?
I think it was my mum.
Your mum?
Yep.
I don't know what your dad's name is, but Trevor's fine. Your mum called for it.
Yeah.
And Trevor, you made me feel my son have to go on Jeremy Beadle's show. I never wanted to crack his skull open. You told me to bring the camera, and now look, he can barely count to 5 without twitching. I'm done. And you spend that $250 at the bookies. Respectfully, of course. Nah. Hey, Donna, big up yourself, man. I know why you ended it, right? Because after that 250 got delivered and they took tax, they took service charge, delivery, whatever it was, and that went down to 226. You could tell me to stop at some point. I'll keep going. This whole episode will be You've Been Framed. I don't care.
That's fine.
Anyone who's listening to this, if you've been on You've Been Framed, let me know. If you haven't been on You've Been Framed, but you've watched You've Been Framed, let me know. And then also let me know, would you let your kid bust his skull and get on You've Been Framed? Are you sick in the head? No, it's not happening. I'm not doing it. Trudge, not doing it.
I want to know if anyone else has been on it, how much they got.
Hold on, have you got siblings?
Yeah, I got one brother.
Did he end up on You've Been Framed?
Nah.
So they bust your head and not his? Yo, listen, if I'm going on You've Been Framed for a bus goal, everybody's coming with me. Everybody better get on this swing. No, we need to do it with the same camcorder. Everyone do a take. And whichever one is the funniest, we're sending in. And after that, we get our money from that. We send another one in, but we dress up the garden differently. Everyone is ended up on You've Been Framed. You can't bust my skull, put me on You've Been Framed, and then in the end, afterwards, I now have to be the one that has to see that trauma every year. How old were you?
Oh, I must have been about 4, 5.
Social services need to call Donna and Trevor, yeah? Donna and Trevor, social services owe you some backlog of questions. Got my guy out here.
Yeah.
Been on You've Been Framed.
It was good.
It wasn't. I swear if I see it I swear if I see You've Been Framed, I am staring through and I'm watching. And if I see a kid 4 years old with eyes that barely open that droop like this, I'm gonna call you because I know it's you in it, yeah? I'll be like, Trudge, I think that's you. And I look, if I see him with a bowl cut and his eyes barely open, and he like a skinny kid who doesn't seem to know how to wake up with his eyes because they're so small and always smiling and never know how to do a frowny face. Yeah. And if I hear Donna in the background, I am phoning you. I'm saying, yo, you need to call Harry Hill or somebody because this is disrespectful. That is out of order.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, you lot follow Trudge and send him some love because he, after that trauma of ended up on You've Been Framed. Yo, this whole episode will be You've Been Framed if we're not careful.
Hey, I don't mind. I'm willing to delve deep.
Not. Did you see any of the money from your mum?
No.
Listen, I'm flinging mum on a swing. I don't care. Mum, do me a favor. Get on that slide for a second. And that slide will have a gas heater underneath it, yeah? Burn off her skin when she's coming down. I don't care. You can't put me on You've Been Framed, embarrass myself like that. And then I bet you, every time it was on, she's calling up everybody. Everyone, listen. Sam's on the telly. Nah. Your mum is disrespectful.
Bro, that was it. That was exactly it. I'm sure we had like a viewing party and everything.
Your mum set up a viewing party. Your mum put you on You've Been Framed and set up a viewing party.
Yep.
Everybody, come quick. Watch my son bust his skull. Your mum is out of order. Your mum is out of order. Nah.
Yeah, I've actually just realised how out of order she is, actually. That's not cool.
Your mum is out of order. Yo. No. Hey, Mrs. Trudge. Mrs. Trudge?
Mrs. Trudge.
Mrs. Trudge.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, not anymore, I guess. But
okay.
We'll stick with Mrs. Trudge.
All right, cool. Ms. Trudge. Donna, listen. Donna, you owe your son an apology. He should never have ended up on one of them prank shows. All right, for American listeners, You've Been Framed. I don't know if they've got an American version, but it's one of them shows where your kid or your cat or you mess up, you fall over, you slip, you do some funny stunt or whatever it is. By mistake, it gets caught on camera by accident. Wink, wink. Donna, we know what you did. And then it gets sent off and then you get $250 to look like an absolute fool. And then afterwards, they keep the rights to your foolishness forever and ever and ever. And they rerun it whenever they want. Sam had his head bust from his parents, which is horrible to say when I say it the way that I've said it, respectfully. But a cat is a cat, a snake is a snake. Do you know what I mean? A spade is a spade. And a bus head is a bus head. They set up their son. They set up their son to go onto You've Been Framed. And then afterwards did a watch party for their 4-year-old. I bet you're there with their headband and looking 3 or 4 teeth missing. Did I do okay? This makes so much sense now about you. This makes so much sense. The amount of times I'm sitting there going, bruv, don't you realise what's going on to you? No. No, I don't. Sometimes I phone Sam. Are you okay? I'm fine. Sam, can you get here real quick? Okay. That is so bad. Respectfully. I mean that with all the respect. Respectfully.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Sam.
my camera ain't on because my face is red.
Sam. Is it from the head injury? Or from... You should never have you've been framed.
Yeah.
That is some that is some poverty stricken abuse that you had to put up with. Nah. Hey, is Donna coming to Doghouse comedy?
Nah, she can't even leave the house. She's like in a bad way. Oh, sorry, I'm saying this in a bad way here, but nah, she's not. She ain't coming. She ain't coming.
My bad.
She's probably, she's having karma for a £250 trauma. You know?
I weren't gonna say it. I don't know what bad is bad, but yo, we need to. Are you cool with your brother?
Yeah, sweet.
I need to phone him and just say, look, bro, is there any chance that you, that for some reason, you might have ended up on like, I don't know, when dogs go wild or something. Oh my God. Is older or younger, brother?
Younger.
Oh, you're the older. How many years younger?
5.
5 years younger?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get vexed what I said about it.
Nah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
What's his name?
Harry.
All right, big up Harry, blood. Big up Harry. I'm sorry.
No,
Harry,
it's fine.
I apologize.
He didn't have to he didn't have to withstand any of that trauma. And it's always like, I get a lot of comments sometimes saying, "Oh, yeah, your brother's well cute, man. What happened to you?" Oh, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, I think we know now.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't put on a swing at the age of 4.
This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna do one even worse for you right now.
Yeah.
You were 4.
Yeah.
Harry's 5 years younger than you.
Yeah.
They done busted up their first one. They said, "Let's try again." He was a tester, and he's all right. But let's get Harry involved. Let's have another one. Were you a kid? Were you like ever allowed to hold him as a baby? Or nah, never.
No.
Nah, I bet not. I bet not. After that, no way. Yo, no. All jokes aside, after 20 minutes of ripping into your mum like that, that's bad. I don't like putting your kids on like you being framed like that. Wow. If it was a natural thing that happened by accident, I get it. But like,
I will ask the question. I will ask her.
Ask them, please.
Yeah, I will.
Come back next week and say, look, I spoke to mum about you being framed. Yeah. Did you set up the swing?
Yeah, she probably did.
I don't think she did. I'm not going to put her down for that, but it just sounds suspicious. It all sounds it sounds a lot suspicious.
Yeah, you could be right. You could.
Like, I think when it's something that's happened that no one's had any harm, like injuries and stuff. So, I'm going to address my injury in a minute. But I think it should be like that's all right. But when you're telling me you bust your head, that is bad. I was a boxing injury.
Yeah,
I was punching a bag. The wraps that I had have like a hand like grip thing. Yeah, you put your hand like on like a glove. Or in German, the exact translation for the type of glove that I would have had. Yeah. Fingerhandschuhe. Don't laugh. Fingerhandschuhe. It literally translates to finger, hand shoes.
Nice.
A shoe for your hands. But the ones with the holes at the top.
Yeah.
Fingerhandschuhe.
Oh, nice.
I knew my German was going to come to play. Yeah, it's called Fingerhandschuhe. But yeah, so I put on my Fingerhandschuhe. Yeah. But it's the one with the wrist wraps on it for boxing wrist wrap. But the gap here broke. So when I was boxing, it broke in between. This started to slip down. Right, so the grip here, I didn't put on tight enough. This started to slip down. Yeah. Then I keep boxing. I think I gave the bag a real solid thump, but I must have landed it a bit stiff. Yeah. And I felt it spraying my wrist. And I still continued to punch the bag for like 10 minutes after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I should have stopped them. I said, nah, I got it. I just got, I had other wraps. I put them on. Yeah. And then I just started boxing punching the bag with the other rap. So,
bro, can I have you like actually got it scanned?
nah.
Oh, right. So I recently thought I sprained my wrist, right? Because I played in some football tournament, and
Yeah.
anyway, so it was like burning and everything. About a week later, I was like, nah, it's still hurting. So I went to get it scanned. It turns out I broke it, and so, bro, honestly, I would go get that scanned, like, because the first time we met as well, my doghouse thing.
Yeah.
When I think it was Nestor with the MC. I can't even remember now. Jesus.
Nestor
Like,
was, yeah.
when he's gone to shake my hands, and I've took the splint off because I didn't want people thinking it was part of my act. So I've took it off, and Nestor's grabbed my hand. I was like, oh my god. So I was like, bro, I've got a broken wrist.
Is it that bad?
It was bad, man. But like, if that's like causing you grief, still like, go
No,
get that
do you know
scanned.
it only causes me grief when I twist it like this?
Oh, okay. Well, maybe.
I'll try and see, but I can still like hit.
Yeah.
Like, I gave you one little birthday bump on your arm, and that felt solid.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that's
Could you have done that with your wrist? When you hit?
Nah.
I think it's a sprain. I'll give it a few days.
Yeah.
I'm wearing this. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Right? I want to go boxing again though. And it's better. It was the first day. It was fine.
Yeah.
Second day, I felt the pain.
Oh, I don't know, man. Get that checked.
I hope it's not that. I'm gonna give it a few more days.
Yeah.
If I feel like, oh, you're making me worried now.
No,
man.
no, I'm sorry.
Would I
I'm
go
sorry.
doctors or something? Or not doctors? I go hospital, innit?
Yeah. Just go to the one. There's a walk-in thing around here.
But is it 24 hours?
I'm not too sure.
I better double check that.
Yeah, have a look, bro.
Because I'll go after this tonight. Because I'm not editing tonight, am I?
No, that's me. That's me.
Yeah. After, made me have to edit the morning of the 8 a.m. show we had to record.
I'm sorry once again.
And it didn't even come out on time that same day, the next day.
Sorry.
Wonder why. All right, hold on. Let me see if the hospital is open.
No, that's all right.
If it's 24 hours. Yeah, it's 24 hours. And they'll do a scan like tonight.
Yeah. I had I literally went in, checked it, and I was in and out in like 20 minutes. And they'll tell you, man, it's crazy.
Well, let's hope it isn't, because I don't want to. Because if it's a sprain, I'll box again.
Yeah.
But if it's a break, I'll probably do worse to it if I don't.
Are you still going gym? You still been going gym?
I went gym today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, and the nurses started laughing at me when I said, "Oh, I've been going gym," and like I didn't even realize my wrist was broken. So
I'll go after this.
yeah,
I'll go after this. All right.
yeah, man.
All right, let's move on. Not serious right at the top. I want to let's go into.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with something a little bit. Let's go with this one.
Oh yeah, okay. Cardi B appears to confirm split from husband Offset. These two keep breaking up and getting back together loads of times.
I know. That's what I mean. I was thinking I wasn't even going to talk about this really because I'm not going to be funny. They're going to be back together by tomorrow. Like, by the time
They
this
say
comes
that,
out.
but she said she's been split from him for a while.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
speculation about Cardi B split from Offset grew when she posted on social media saying, "You know how when you just outgrow relationships. I'm tired of protecting people's feelings. I got to put myself first." I remember the first time they split, because apparently he got caught cheating. Like the first time, he went on a campaign to get her back.
Yeah, I saw.
Mega campaign.
I saw.
Come to concerts, profess his love for her, all sorts.
Yeah, I saw. Well, I've seen like videos of him like supposedly cheating as well. Like he was like live streaming something once, and he was like typing on this phone.
Yeah.
Cardi's come into the room behind him, and he's literally just like hid this phone. So like, and everyone was like online basically saying like, "Oh, come on, man, he's still cheating on her," and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've always seen like stuff with him like where he's like basically saying how much he loves her and like, "Oh, that's my baby mama, man. Like I could never picture myself with anyone else." And I don't know, but like.
31-year-old told her Instagram followers she was single during a live stream on Monday, saying, "I've been single for a minute now, but I don't know how to tell the world," whilst on a live stream. I feel like you just did.
Yeah.
The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell you, so I changed my mind. Okay. Well, prayers. Hope they're all good. Who know? Like, I think there's only so much that it'll take.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they have a child together. They don't have to stay together. They're both very successful in their own ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was a question that I think you put on your Instagram the other day actually about like getting back with your ex.
All right, let me talk about that whilst we mention this, right? So Cardi and Offset, I think the year was 2020 where I remember that they broke up and got back together again or something, right?
Yeah.
I remember. The only reason I remember that because Uncle Murder did his wrap up, the yearly wrap one that he does.
Yeah.
And it was in the 2021. They got back together. I don't know how long the break was. I don't know what the reasons were. I just know from the outside they broke up. She was visibly not happy with him and split off with him. And then he was chasing her back, saying, "I want my wife my wife back." Because they got married 6 years ago. It says.
Yeah.
So here we go. Look, in 2018, 1 year after the couple got married in secret, the rapper posted on Instagram to say they were no longer together. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was 2018. And then 2020, scroll down. There you go. Look, the pair reconciled later on, but Cardi B filed for a divorce in 2020. See? That's what I remember, the 2021. Oh, they got 2 children together, sorry. The rappers have 2 children together, a 5-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. Okay, so getting back with your partner. All right, I'll ask the question to you and you tell me what you think.
Yeah.
All right, you and your partner break up.
Yep.
You've been together for, let's say, 2 years.
Yep.
You have a break from, like, you break up, you're split, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
You get back together again after that.
Yeah.
And that when you get back together again, it's now another, let's say it's a year. So it's 3 years, 6 months break, 1 year back on. Do you count that as 3.5 years, or like you only count, from when you started that second relationship?
That actually happened to me, to be fair. So I ended up counting it, I think.
The break?
Yeah, because I think the break was like literally like 5-6 months, I think. I don't know. But we still like just counted it because
okay,
we at least take like half of it off, like be like 12.5 years or something like that.
Okay.
So
I think the difficulty in counting it is, one, you have that break and you may have been up to other activities in that break, which if you split up, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
But if you count that time, then you are also in somewhat of a fashion, counting the time that you've been with your partner, but I've also been with other people. And that sounds sticky.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just sounds sticky to put in like to one box. 12.5 years, 6 months I was sleeping with other people. But 12.5 years, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sounds sticky.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So but I've been on that where I've been with a partner and we've split for like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
And I may have dated trying to move on. Because in my head, I don't think we're going to go back together again. But then we do. I think for some people, they go, well, the break, what if the break is intended that we are going to get back together again? In my head, I'm like, well, you shouldn't have a break. Because if you are having rough times and you just want to break from a relationship, but you know you're going to get back together again, then you're not really built maybe for the relationship.
No, I think you're right.
It depends on the type of whatever the issue is.
Yeah.
I know circumstances of people that are together, but some real major things have happened that require them to maybe get their mental health right.
Yeah.
Like you've been with your partner a long time, but now your partner becomes the trigger.
Yeah.
So even though you don't necessarily want to, for your own mental health and stability, so you can understand what the trigger is and what's going on, you may have to separate and live separately.
Yeah.
But I think that intent is not to separate permanently. It's to separate and then figure out what the trigger is, where your mental health is at, get better. And then when you are of a right mind, then go, do we want to continue this or do we leave it at that?
Yeah.
But when you have a breakup, like, we're not doing this, I'm sorry, we're gone.
Yeah.
You go. But 6 months later, you come back. I think you don't count it, personally, because your intention was to go.
Yeah.
And you got up to other activities in between.
Yeah.
So your attention's gone. You come back, and then people like to go, let me just add it all together.
Yeah.
I found, when I asked that question on social media, and I could be wrong on this, excuse me, I found that the men said they just count the bit when we're together at the end.
Yeah.
Like the year.
Okay.
So 2 years, 6 month break, 1 year. The men were like, just count the year. The women, majority, if not all, not majority, I would say, said, just run it all up. And I think, without trying to speak for women, I can't even really speak for me, because I can't even speak for all men. Yeah. But I think based on the answers they were giving and the reasons why, a lot of them would have just rathered count that, because to them, saying you've been in a relationship for a year doesn't sound as juicy as 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as serious.
Yeah.
2, for them, based on the image that they may have with other people that may know they were together before, rather than tell them we had a break and then we come back together, they would just rather just group it all up. So when everyone has any questions, to avoid having to get into any details, they just say 3.5 years.
Yeah.
They don't want to go, well, we broke up and da-da-da-da.
Yeah. I feel that.
But there were some, just a handful, that were like, I would just say the whole thing of we've been on and off 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Some people just did that. I think that would have been my answer. On and off 3.5 years. Where we've been on, we had some off times, we weren't together, but the whole total of us knowing each other from a relationship capacity, 3.5 years. Yeah. That's what I would say. Everyone's answer is different. Yeah. And I get it. I'm not going to say there's a right or wrong answer. I just think what I saw was a lot of the men were answering like, so yeah, man. And I think because a lot of the men were like, because I got active in them 6 months. I got active in them 6 months. It's a real interesting question.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It came about because I was on stage and I said it. I asked this couple who were sitting there how long they've been together. They said 11 years.
Yeah.
But then she jumped in and I went, wow, that's great. Then she jumped in and went, well, you know, inconsistently.
Yeah.
I was like, what she's saying is we've been on, we've split, done our thing, come back. And when she told me she was 26, instantly knew the gap where it was inconsistent, university. Yeah. Instantly knew. Because if you're 26, both of them are 26, been with each other from school, they don't really know themselves yet. They broke up at a point, went to figure out who they are and are not, and then come back and boom. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, hey, that's nice. Yeah, nicely said.
Yeah, man. I think that's what it was. You know, the more I move my wrist, the more I feel like I broke it.
Oh no! See, I've psychologically done this.
Now all of a sudden my wrist is going to be at a right angle or something.
Does it burn? That's the real question.
Burn? No, it doesn't burn. But it clicks every time I move it. That's a worry. I'm going to hospital afterwards just to see what it is, so it'll be fine.
It'll be all right. All right.
Yeah, that break thing is a weird question to ask, but it's because everyone can give a different answer and different reasons. There was a girl that I know from around here. She gave an answer which had nothing to do with the price of bread, respectfully. And if she hears this, I don't care, man. It weren't even. I'll message her and say, look, I used your reference. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right. She responded, but she didn't respond in the questions bit. She messaged me privately, and her response was, "Oh, I count all of it."
All of it. Okay.
Yeah, I count all of it. Right. And I said, and she goes, if I have a meal, and then during the meal I take a break from eating and have a drink of my water. And then put it back and then go back to eating my meal. I don't just count how long it took for me to eat my meal by that last bit. And I said, that doesn't work. We're not talking about a meal and the water.
Those things go together in my eyes.
They are a meal.
Yeah.
You're talking about a plate, right? They are a meal. Yeah. And I said two things. I said, one, if you're going to use an analogy of food, it'd like be asking how long did it take for you to eat this plate? But then you ate it for 20 minutes, stopped, went off to go and eat something else on a different plate, stopped, come back to the first plate. Yeah. That's what that would be like. Because if you had a break and you went off elsewhere. Yeah. Then she said, but if I'm having a break with my partner, there is all the intention to go back. Yeah. I wanted to say, if you're having a break with intention to go back, you're a manipulator. Because you're having a break knowing you want to go back. If you have a break because you don't know what you want and you don't know if you want to be with this person, or you know you don't want to be with this person, cool. If you have a break knowing we're going to have 3 months off, but I'm going to get you back. Bruv. You're out there trying to fling out pum-pum to other people. That's how it sounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I said that, I didn't say that bit to her, but I did say it would also be like having something to eat. If you wanted to measure how long it took you to eat a plate of food and you started eating it, you took 10 minutes to eat, then stopped for an hour, and then went back to the plate and you finished it off in another 10 minutes, it's not an hour and 20 minutes. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah. Sorry, hour and 20 minutes. It's not an hour and 20 minutes that it took for you to eat that plate. It took 20 minutes, but you stopped.
Yeah.
So if you want to add out how long your meal actually lasted, it's the 20 minutes. Yeah. that it took for you to eat it. If you do something else for an hour in between, you don't count that hour and say, I was eating my meal. You could have gone toilet, had a shower, whatever, and gone out to the shops, come back.
Yeah.
You don't add that to mealtime.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, we just add the whole thing. She just wants her relationship to seem like it's long. You know who you are. Shout out to you. I'm gonna say shout out to you, G, but that was a dead answer. Then the response to that, it was so weird. her response to that straight after was, it's a chicken and an egg kind of conversation. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with origins. The whole chicken and egg discussion is about what comes first. Yeah. What is the origin of? Where did the idea start from? Has nothing to do with a relationship break. But yeah, big up UG. Yeah. Anyway, that's a good one that's going to get clipped up for social. Didn't really talk about Cardi and all that, but hey.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Well. All right, what's next?
All right, stick on the subject of, I guess, going to hospital. So this doctor has warned people to stop. Basically, if you need to sneeze.
Seize the sneeze. Never stifle a sneeze. Doctors never stifle a sneeze. Warn doctors after first case of man tearing a giant hole in his throat from holding in a sneeze.
Yeah. That's
So he tried to hold in a sneeze.
And he's tore a hole in his throat.
I mean, you can't really see from the x-ray. Well, actually, no, you can see that bottom bit. The pressure. Unnamed Scottish patient in his 30s tried to stifle a bout of sneezing by pinching his nose and closing his mouth when driving.
Why would you do that? While driving. Okay. I've had a situation like that before, but I would never pinch my nose.
I'll be real. If I'm driving in my car, I'm sneezing.
Yeah, exactly.
My saliva, I have to. It's going everywhere. It's my car.
Yeah.
But if you're in public, you're trying to hold it in because either you were maybe in public where some of you have to be quiet. Yeah. Like, you know, like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire audience, like no noise.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or you're in like a meeting or in a church or something.
Yeah. But
not in my own car. And if I'm trying to stifle a sneeze, why am I holding my nose and I'm closing my mouth? You blow out your neck. Oh, wow, yeah. All right, scroll down.
Whoa.
Let's have a look. The first known case of its kind, it ripped a small hole between the third and fourth bones in his neck.
Oh, yeah, that's mad.
That is wild.
Oh, God. Yeah. It gets worse as you read it.
All right. The pressure from the sneeze was so great it tore a 0.08 inch hole in his windpipe and had to get rushed to hospital. Yeah. He was in agonizing pain. The doctors could hear a crackling noise when he breathed, although he was still able to talk, swallow, and breathe. The case should serve as a warning to people not to try and hold in a sneeze. He said everyone should be advised not to stifle sneezes by pinching their nose whilst keeping their mouth closed, as it could result in a trachea perforation. Hey, prayers and wishes, man. Get yourself good. Just let it out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm never doing that. If I sneeze in someone's face, and you! Oh, man, why'd you do that? Because my guy in Dundee. You never hear about the man with the hole in his neck? Yeah, but couldn't you have done it that way? No. Your face is fine. The man suffered from allergic rhinitis, a common condition where the nose becomes irritated by something you're allergic to, like pollen.
Was that like hay fever then?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, look, there you go. Many people refer to this as hay fever.
Oh, my God.
Great.
To sound smart, the next time someone says, oh, what's going on? Oh, I have allergic rhinitis. Oh, my God, that sounds serious. Yeah. Parked in the disabled bay. Mate, I left my badge at home. But you don't look it. What's wrong? I got allergic rhinitis. I'm so sorry to have disturbed you. Allergic rhinitis is hay fever. I'm using that from now on. Allergic rhinitis. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
all right. Next up.
All right. Next one. Right. Bit of a topical one, I guess.
Prince Harry is ordered to pay publisher of the Mail almost $50,000 after he lost latest stage of legal battle. Zoom in, please.
I've never actually seen where I didn't think the Royals could ever lose a battle like this. In all honesty, I always thought this was.
Well, remember, he's kind of been banished from the royal umbrella.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so even though he is someone who we still consider as a royal,
Yeah.
he's been banished from that umbrella. So whatever tools of protection they might use,
Yeah.
they ain't giving that to him no more.
Yeah.
Prince Harry was today ordered to pay the publisher of the Mail almost $50,000 after he lost the latest stage of a legal battle. A High Court judge ordered the Duke of Sussex to pay legal costs incurred by the Mail on Sunday, TMOS, after Harry failed in a bid to have the case decided without a trial.
Right. Okay.
What was it? What was the problem with the published? What got published?
He was like, if I remember correctly, like they were like printing like private information about him again, and so I think he decided to try sue him, and I don't think it works. Oh, there you go. The Duke is suing the Mail on Sunday over an article which claims his PR aides tried to spin his dispute with the Home Office over his decision to downgrade his taxpayer-funded police protection. Okay, so basically, the Mail on Sunday wrote something about his decision to get rid of his police protection.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Okay.
Downgrade is taxpayer funding police protection, yeah.
Right.
Taxpayer funded police protection. So throw the taxpayer funded bit out the window, because that's just them letting us know we pay for his police. Like, okay, dispute the Home Office over its decision to downgrade his police protection. They tried to spin his dispute, or claims his PR aides. No, that's it. The Mail on Sunday tried to claim that his PR, public relations team, tried to make his dispute, it's just
it's wordy, this one.
it's not even this wordy. It just screams of royal privilege.
Yeah, there's that.
Even if you're not under the royal banner anymore, it just screams of it.
That's true.
Can we scroll up?
Yeah.
No, I don't know how anyone could ever badmouth Meghan. She is stunning.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Meghan is... she's stunning. Anytime I see Meghan in the news, I always think, here we go, they're going to try and say something negative about her again.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that anyone's perfect. She's not. No one is. But I have never heard anything from her to warrant the onslaught she gets.
No, I agree.
From the press, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing you cannot deny, and I think that's why a lot of the press use her as a target, is she is stunning, bruv.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
She is stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well,
to me, I say stunning. To you, I know your taste. I ain't saying nothing, innit?
Bro, there was a reason I started with Cardi B splitting with Offset. Let's just put it that way. I'm a big fan.
I know your taste. For as alabaster as you are, you do like them a little, a little bit darker than you at the very least, right? You like, obviously, some complexion and some melanin. And I respect that, obviously. Yeah. So do I. Very much love melanin. But you, bro, because you have the freedom to not to, and no one would judge you, right? Yeah. So well done to you.
Yeah,
we look good. You know we're lovely. We're lovely with the chocolate on us. Is lovely.
Oh, yeah.
You love that. But don't do the whole novelty thing. Hey guys, I got one. Yeah, listen, if I ever hear. That's why you went Amsterdam, innit? See, this is what I'm saying about you, bro. You went out there during the season where Black Pete's around, and you thought this would be fun. I should bust your head open, bruv, and then call you be framed. Yeah. All right. Nah, Meghan is stunning, man. I love that. As a couple, they look great when they're great, man.
Yeah.
Look at that like both smiling, both happy and all of that.
Nah, good, man.
Do you feel like there's any like truth to all of the the stick that they get about them not working out as a relationship by all these newspapers?
Nah, not at all.
I don't think so. I think they plant those seeds in a newspaper saying, hey, look, by the way her little finger is bent during the wave, you could tell they're not in love.
Yeah.
And I think they want that to be... Like, what did you do? Break something?
No, it's all good.
I think they want that to be the case, but I don't think there actually is anything to it.
Yeah.
I really genuinely think that the news will spin enough in their news cycle to get that going, to cause them enough stress for them to maybe question like their circumstances. But these two are 2 kids deep, still married, left the country, happy where they are, trying to find their way, getting the onslaught from the British public, and still able to go, we're doing what we can and we're getting by.
Yeah. Yeah.
So well done to him.
I'm a big fan of him. Big fan of him.
Yeah, well done to him. And anyone who doesn't like him, I mean, you look as good as Meghan.
All right, next one.
All right.
So I was thinking about this one, but okay. So, but maybe you've got something to say on this subject.
All right.
Essentially.
All right. The headline says bitter comedian, but I just want to say this to Gary. Gary, I'm not saying you're bitter. The headline says it, all right?
Yeah.
It says, bitter comedian claims common Christmas joke is his most stolen, which he wrote in 2004. Comedian we're referencing right now is the one-liner, Gary Delaney.
Big fan.
You a fan?
I love one-liners. Like, so I'm quite hot
Okay.
on like
Tim.
one-liner comedians.
You like Tim Vine,
Yeah.
Milton Jones,
Yeah.
Gary Delaney.
There's a few on the circuit I love as well. Mark Simmons.
Mark Simmons is great.
Yeah. Chris Norton Walker, which I've had the experience of working with many times. He's great. I just love one-liners. I think it's a real art to it. That I mean, like I think storytelling is it's hard. I think I've got like more one-liners in my set than actual storytelling, which is probably a sad state of affairs. Actually, I really need to figure out what I'm doing.
The thing is, the one-liners, the jokes that they are, is you can put them in like quick stories, Christmas crackers, like what's been going on here.
Yeah.
One-liners are those kind of jokes where they are given, like you could open a Kinder Egg, one-liner kind of joke is in there, or a call and response, not call and response, or a question and answer joke.
Yeah.
What happens when da-da-da-da-da-da, the answer, da-da-da-da. It's not a whole story and stuff. Because one-liners are so popular and because some comedians do them so well, they become synonymous with them. Milton Jones, you cannot copy Milton Jones's one-liners.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Gary's ones can or can't be taken, but Gary's one-liners are just very much crude one-liners.
Yeah.
Right? So I've seen this video already. Gary's one-liners are like the one of the ones that he has said. This is one of Gary Delaney's jokes. Yeah. He goes, what was it?
There's one where he goes,
put up the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, I think that's the one he's talking about. I think
that's the one that got stolen.
Yeah. But he has got like a joke of like, what is it? I've just put fuel in my escort. She drowned or something like that. Like, you know.
But that's the thing. He's got edgelordy, shocky jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think they're dope. But the shock factor of them, one line shock, but they're very easy to put in Christmas card or Christmas cracker format, which has evidently happened.
Yeah.
I mean, every joke has been written by someone that has been redone. No, let me clear that up. Not comedians on doing stand-up on shows.
Yeah.
Every joke you see in like a Christmas cracker has been written by someone. Or every knock-knock joke, somebody thought of somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? And then get repurposed and reused in all these kind of books.
Yeah.
I've never seen like a reference or a what's the word? A citation as to where it came from.
Yeah.
In any of these joke books. 101 knock-knock jokes. They were not written by the person who wrote that book.
Yeah.
If you do jokes that are like that, I wonder if the people that take those jokes put them in these thinking, well, they're jokes for everybody without realizing this someone has written them and this is their livelihood.
Yeah.
Because story jokes are hard to take. This is not a criticism on Gary or any other comedian that's one-liners. But when you do one-liner jokes, you're not going to do one-liners about your life.
Yeah.
You're doing one-liner jokes. Comedians that write stories about their lives, things that go on around them, or put them into the joke, you can't take them. Because it's a story. It's not going to fit in a Christmas cracker.
Yeah.
All those things are hard to kind of make transferable to different platforms.
Yeah.
And thus, those are the jokes that are harder to steal or harder to put in Christmas crackers and not quote, or cite who made the jokes. So if you are a one-liner comedian, maybe there is a part of you, especially Gary, who is one-liner crude. Milton Jones is like one-liner surreal, which is hard for Christmas crackers. You have to hear him say some of the jokes that he does.
Yeah.
Tim Vine, one-liner physical comedian. Hard to put in Christmas crackers because you have to visually see the joke.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's got jokes where he'll pull something out of like his sleeve and he'll then look at the camera and go, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's that kind of joke where you have to see the visual.
Yeah.
Right? I love Tim. He's so animated. Whereas Gary is Mike, crude but one-liners that every pub guy is gonna take down and note down. That being said, I don't think any joke should be stolen by any means.
Yeah.
Stealing a comedian's joke isn't funny, and it can actually be illegal.
Really?
Yeah, it can.
Is it illegal? Yeah.
There, I'm this. All right, I'm not going to go into the details of this case, but 2 comedy friends of mine went to court over something that had happened like this.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know it
British
could actually go
comics
that
and
far.
stuff, and I think it's the first time the precedent was set that comedians were in court over who made this joke first.
Wow.
I ain't going into details.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you can find out elsewhere, because I'm friends with both of these guys. I ain't going to bring that onto the podcast.
Yeah.
But there was a whole court case around it. Or either a court case or like 2 court cases, like sue and counter sue. I ain't going into details because it's for them who, if they ever come on this podcast, to tell their stories. But yeah, with this one, Gary went public and saying people have stolen my jokes. Amy Schumer got accused of this, of joke thieving. Loads of people get accused of this. It happens so often.
Yeah.
There is a line where I said this on the podcast. People have taken stuff that I've done on stage. People, I'll never, if someone takes an idea that I've done on stage where it's to talk about a topic, and there's going to be similar references, like for example, football game.
Yeah.
Something wild happens at a football game. Like the referee that got punched up in Turkey.
Yeah.
Right? If I talk about that and then somebody else talks about that,
Yeah.
we're going to have similar things to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff is going to sound the same.
Yeah.
He might have heard me talk about it and then want to talk about it, or he may have started his own way.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that my phone popping off? Of course it is. All right, 1 second.
No worries.
Recording podcast, we'll call you back. All right, bye. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. So, and we're not cutting it out. I can stay in.
Sweet.
All right. Making your life easy for this edit. Have you noticed this?
Yeah, I know.
Look how great I'm being on the mic. No difficulties, but yeah, you want to come on here and make it hard for yourself by saying certain words. Man, kid, you shut up. Anyway, we might have a similar premise. We might have similar things we might see.
Yeah.
There's no joke taken in that. I think everyone just attacks the same topic at once.
Yeah.
I remember when the Olympics were going on in 2012 in London, every comedian had jokes about the Olympics.
Yeah.
50% of them were very, very similar, if not the same.
Yeah.
I don't think that's stealing. I just think that everyone's got similar premises.
Yeah, for sure.
Then you have when comedians do jokes that are generic, not topical for things that have happened, generic. When you're in a relationship, when you have children, when you work in an office, generic stuff that if it's not personally done to you, it's going to sound like when everyone else does it and it's not personal to them.
Yeah.
The same stuff in office. Sharon from HR, your food is in the fridge. Who's taking your food? Do you know when you're in the office and people do A, B, and C?
Yeah.
But then you have jokes which are, like those are going to have similarities. You do find people that steal in those jokes.
Yeah.
Because I like that premise. I can make it mine and make it about me. Yeah. Then you have ones which are personal. I used to work as a children's entertainer. There's not many comedians that can say that. I've had stories of when I've had to dress up like a superhero, but they can see my skin and they know at the time Spider-Man wasn't black.
Yeah.
Real story. If someone else did that joke, you know where it's... You know.
Yeah.
Not other comedians can say that they were Spider-Man as a kids' party entertainer and they were black without thinking Aurie has done that.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Travis J. He's got a perfect joke, which is specific to him. He talks about going to a protest.
He's going to be at the Camden Christmas Cracker, isn't he?
He is.
Yes.
Camden Christmas Cracker. Well done. I like what you did there.
Yeah.
Travis does a joke,
which
is one of in his specials.
Yeah.
Where he says about going to a protest, which he did. All on the news, him and KG, shout out to them too.
Yeah.
They went to BLM protest. Yeah. We're out there. He was also working, I think, at the same time in office.
Yeah.
Come back. He talks about when people at the office see like a news article with the pictures of him at this protest. that happened. If somebody else wrote a joke like that, you'd be like, that is Travis. Because not only was he in the news for being at protest with KG, he also went back to the office and what he talks about happens and he amps it up nicely. It's a very Travis joke. And he does it so well. He's a great story writer. Shout out to Kevin J. My brothers, I love these guys. Man. Kevin J just we did a work in progress together this week. He's currently doing his Soho theatre run. As we're recording today, it's his second day doing the run.
Oh, right,
Sold out his entire run. I watched his work in progress for the run that he's doing, and he's got bits about him being a father in a relationship where it's an interracial relationship. His missus is black, he's white, and the specific of the upbringings that he has had. Some people will go, but interracial relationships happen. But the point is he touches, which I don't want to speak on because he's not released it in a public special. You've got to see that for yourself wherever he performs that show after the Soho Theatre run. The topics he talks about relative to him are very much his upbringing, that of the areas that he was brought up in, the parents he had, the parent he is becoming, whilst in a relationship, which is an interracial relationship, having a son with dual raciality, that's not a word, I don't know, dual heritage. Yeah, raciality, what's wrong with me? Dual heritage. All of it is very him. Also, stories that he has about things that he's gone through, very him. If someone else took that, you'd be like, that's Kevin. It's not just his joke, it's his story. So you can't take it. When people try to do that, that's when they fall afoul and they look so bad. Because that's too obvious. But people aren't stupid enough to try and take the obvious like that. They try and take the stuff which is the middle ground, where you've got generic stories, but the way you delivered that was better than mine. I'm going to take that little bit there. And that's the badness. That's why I like storytellers. That's why I like comedians that actually show you them. Because everything that's specific to you, like I speak German. I speak about it on stage. People are like, okay, but there are loads of people that speak German. But I look like this, and I'm British born. But my family from the Caribbean, I speak German. Not as, I'm losing my fluency because I need to keep up the practice. But I do that, and when I talk about on stage, about then when I go skiing, there are comedians that I know that are black that go skiing, but we know what that looks like. I talk about it in the special. They look at me like, well, I've heard people talk about this, but I'm talking about from an angle of, I know I ski. I ski really well. I do every year. Talk to me. It's not a common thing. So it's like, them angles. It's personal. Talk about like long distance relationships that I've experienced from my angle. It's going to be personal. You talk about life from a more personal angle. It's hard to steal. When you do one-liners, with all love and respect to one-liner comedians, because Milton Jones is in my top 10 British comedians. All because I love watching his one-liners. When you do them, if they're one-liners where it's not like performative, theatrical, it's not got a lot of like physical charisma to it, it's more just talking one-liners. It doesn't feel personal. How did his name just skip my mind right now? And I had his name earlier on the tip of my tongue. I don't get no respect. Right on the tip of my tongue. What's wrong with me? And I watched his stuff like every couple of weeks. I don't get no respect. Comedian,
American.
Yeah.
One-liner.
Look, what's wrong with me, man? How bad is that? Yo, I'm foul for that. And you know, people are listening to this going, we're screaming the name of the guy. Right? But I'm literally here like, yo, Rodney Dangerfield. But when I started this topic, I had this name on the tip of my tongue. Rodney Dangerfield. His one-liners, he made them personal to him. Everything was self-deprecating. One-liners about him. Right? And he would then also say, I get no respect. And then show you why he gets no respect in one-liner fashion. You couldn't take a Rodney Dangerfield joke because his one-liners were all about putting himself down and things that he'd include his wife, he'd include his doctor, he'd include his lawyer. And those are the people that he made his one-liners personal. He's got some of the best, he's got some of the best one-liners, man. Let me read some of these out. R.I.P. to Rodney Dangerfield, man. I think he's one of the greatest one-liners. And he would just go like that, non-stop. He had them sideways. I love watching Rodney Dangerfield in that gruff voice as well. Always used to grab his tie like that. No, honestly, always used to grab his tie. It was mad. He's got great one-liners, man. He goes like crazy stuff, and it's the speed of how he says it, right?
Yeah.
The speed of how he says it is fantastic. Like, here we go. Men who do things without being told draw the most wages, right?
Yeah.
Which is silly on its own. But he would fit it in the middle of something. He goes, I have 3 kids, one of each. He'll fit in the middle of something. And it was so quick. When I read him like this, it doesn't sound good when I do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not Rodney Dangerfield. He says, what a dog I got. He found out we look alike, so he killed himself.
Wow.
Because it's self-deprecating. He's not saying, he's saying I'm the ugly one.
Yeah.
And the dog realized he looked like me. He said, he's got some bad ones here. I was so depressed that I decided to jump from the 10th floor. They sent up a priest. He said, on your mark.
Oh, flipping.
Get set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I was a kid, my parents moved a lot, but I always found them. He was so stupid. But this is the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Quick like that. When I say them, it don't sound good. When he says them, beast. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, I tried it. I came from a real tough neighborhood, you know. Why, every time I shut the window, I hurt somebody's fingers. Like, do you see what I'm saying? He would say it like that. I was so ugly, mama. But I was an ugly kid, you know. I was so ugly, my mother used to feed me with a slingshot. Like, he'd say stuff like that. If I say it, don't sound good. One, because I'm not that ugly. And 2, I just don't have the voice that he has.
Yeah.
He was... My old man, I told him I'm tired of running around in circles, so he nailed my other foot to the floor. He would do about 100 of these in like a 20-minute set.
Wow.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Off the dome. And he would link them, like he would put them in like a family section, and then a work section, and then a doctor section. Like, have you heard about my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boom Butts? You've heard my doctor, right? And then he'll say what stuff that his doctor. Yeah, you know my Dr. Vinny Boom Butts. I went to the doctor because I swallowed a bottle of sleeping pills. My doctor told me to have a few drinks and get some rest. He was crazy, man. But you can't copy people that are superly like make things them.
Yeah.
So I say this to say, I'm not going to put down Gary. I think every comedian should do what they do. But if your stuff is ended up in Christmas crackers, I also think that there is like a flattery attached to that. However, you're going to be like, I wrote these, you lot are making money off of my jokes, selling Christmas crackers, selling books, which I think is where his angle is. Now, stand-up Gary Delaney is known for his Christmas cracker jokes, but one joke in particular he claims is his most stolen joke by a mile. He claims he started including the joke in his stand-up sets 2004 and since found it on T-shirts, in joke books, and included in panto scripts. I've seen my jokes in books that got bigger advances than I did for my book as the actual author. I see them on Christmas cards, etc. He goes, nothing you could do about it, but yeah, it's annoying. I'm glad he said that bit because it's true. The particular joke gets repeated more at Christmas than Slade's Merry Christmas, everybody, and let's not exaggerate. It's none of your jokes get played and repeated more than Slade's. So here it is, Merry Christmas. I swear to you, it doesn't. I swear to you, it doesn't. Slade make every year. Hold on, Slade. Let's not push it now because that's a good joke. Slade, Merry Christmas, everybody. Every year, mate.
God, I hate that song.
You don't like that song?
Nah, there's 2 Christmas songs I cannot stand.
Mariah's one of them.
Oh, really? I don't like Paul McCartney's.
Oh, I'm all right. I don't care about
that.
Good. Here we go. Slade's 1973 single "Merry Christmas" has earned over $500,000 in royalties for frontman Noddy Holder and bassist Jim Lear during the festive season so far. That was in 2013. They make in royalties every year.
Yeah.
Hold on. The top earning songs every year are as follows. Slade makes $1 million every year for the song that was made in 1973.
See, now that's clever. Don't take the buyout fee. Hey, mum.
Don't set your kid up to get his head bust, Donna or Trevor. I don't know which one. I keep calling him Trevor, and it's not his name.
It sounds better. It's fine.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Barry. Barrington. Yeah, man. Slade, $1 million every year.
That's crazy.
But yeah, all right, let's have a look. Scroll down. Here we go. So the joke is right here. Don't play it. Don't play it.
Oh, no.
The joke is right there. I'll say it. So this is a joke that Gary says. I went to buy a Christmas tree, the joke goes. The guy said, are you going to put it up yourself? I said, no, I was thinking the living room. Crude joke. Not personal to him, because we don't think Gary's putting Christmas trees up himself. That's why it's like an easy one for people to take. However, in the comment section, some viewers were skeptical of the joke. Someone said, you seem quite bitter in all your replies. To which Delaney hit back, I get stolen from a lot of people. And so I get stolen from a lot, and people make a lot of money using my work without credit. So I think it's understandable, really. And I'm for that. I hear that.
Yeah.
I expect that you think this is reasonable, that you are paid to perform your job. I expect. Oh, a second person said, how do you feel about your stolen jokes? I mean, I can imagine it flattering, but also guttering that others get the laugh. Well, it sounds like he feels pretty peeved, to be honest. I bought a book of dad jokes that contain this classic, a third said. Didn't think you were allowed to do stolen street jokes in an actual stand-up set, a fourth said. So people are accusing him of stealing the joke as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying.
That's like just kids probably. They don't understand.
No, I've seen that happen.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen it happen where a joke of mine that I've done nearly 10 years ago, someone's like done something similar nowadays. Theirs is TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok popular. Someone might find a clip of my old joke from nearly 10 years ago. And then someone go on my page, oh, I've seen this person do something similar. Yeah. And then someone else will jump in. You know this is 10 years old before TikTok came out. So I've seen it happen where people, it's just kids that don't know that this is what an egg and chicken conversation is. What was the influence and what was the not, or if there was an influence or not.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I've seen that happen. I don't even care, I'll be honest. I always feel like if a joke is easy to take from me, then I need to joke more, to make a joke more specific to me or more funny that people know is mine, so much so. Like, you can't do Kevin Hart's all right.
Yeah, for sure.
Kevin.
Yeah.
So you need to make more jokes that are so much you that no one else can take them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, yeah, man. Shouts to Gary Delaney, man. I hope that, it's not easy to see your jokes get taken. Yeah. I hope it doesn't hit as hard. Do you know who Gary's married to?
Oh, yes. Sarah? No, Sarah Milliken.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine a comedy couple like that, man.
Yeah.
Both who've done big tour. Respectfully, I think Sarah's like bigger arena tours and stuff.
Yeah.
But both of you are married, both of you are comics, both of you like understand comedy in the industry and stuff. That's dope, man.
Yeah. No,
that's dope,
man.
And both of you know when it's time to go home, I don't want to be funny to nobody. I don't want to be funny to nobody.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, hold on. Nah, I'm not.
Let's get this on there.
Let's go. All right, let's talk the topic that I wanted to talk about.
All
right. So before I get into this topic, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to bring it to like the podcast. One, because I wanted your perspective as well, Trudge.
Yep.
And two, there's so much things going on in the world that we see that are so bad and so negative, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that because you see some that are so big that get a lot of attention, some get slipped under the radar. And right now, what's been put under the radar quite heavily, which I'm seeing because I've got friends and family heavily involved in this because they are from the communities over there, is the tensions that are rising between Guyana and Venezuela over the territorial dispute. Yeah. Now, let's give some backstory first. Guyana, which is a country that is based in South America, right? It borders near Brazil and Venezuela. many years ago, I think early 1900s, maybe early 1900s or the end of the 1800s. I think it was early 1900s.
Yeah.
National Court Justice had set borders as to what is where in terms of where the border of Venezuela is and where the border of Guyana is, right?
Yep.
Guyana, within the borders of Guyana is an area called Essequibo, which belongs to Guyana. The other side of Essequibo is where the end of that is where the border is of Venezuela. So Venezuela has its land, Guyana has its land.
Yeah.
South of that is Brazil's got borders down there as well. Most recently, government of Guyana, particularly the president, has mandated that area Essequibo is they want it to be theirs. Not only do they want it to be theirs, they've taken steps to move over and reclaim that land as their own.
Right. Yeah.
Thing is, Essequibo is in Guyana borders.
Yeah.
But there has been tension during the history that the government of Venezuela believe they have right to that claim, even though it's still within their borders. So they're doing what they can to trample over there, reclaim it, take it back.
Yeah.
The land that they want to claim, the main reason that we see why they want to claim that land is because it is rich in, potentially rich in oil.
Yeah.
You claim that land, it gives, you're looking at massive money and income to your country, especially if you let outsourcers come and mine your land for oil. America, Europe, parts of the world that will want that. So the problem with this is it's like, if you take emotion or opinion aside, it's mandated as land in Guyana.
Yeah.
Venezuela has said, we are going to get this, right? If you go further back in time, Venezuela have said, well, the reason why we are claiming this land is because in the late 1800s, 1899, 1899 it is, they said that they were the victims of conspiracy to steal their land because Guyana was a British colony back then.
Yeah.
So they say that the British colony set to make that land a part of Guyana as opposed to it being rightfully to what they believe is rightfully Venezuelan.
Yeah.
So that's why they're like, well, we're claiming it back now. And it's caused a whole dispute.
Yeah.
Essequibo and the land that they want to take is 2/3 of Guyana. So you're talking about a small country in South America, or reasonably small country in South America, and you want to take what is effectively 2/3 of their land.
Yeah.
By marching over, reclaiming it, using military force to do so. The people that are in Guyana right now, forget the past and the disputes of the past, are sitting there going, this is our land. We've lived here. We have family here. We have history here. We are following the rules of the NCJ, who have said that this is our land. Yeah. And you are now committing an act of invasion to come over and reclaim that land against the mandates of the NCJ, National Court Justice. So we're now seeing people cross those borders, Venezuelan armies crossing the borders. And the scary thing is that Guyana is a country that, in effect, really can't defend itself of its own merit.
Very small.
It's very small.
It's
not a military country of the sense. You're looking, if anything happens to a place like that, you need the backing of UN, Britain,
a big giant
USA to come and help defend you.
Yeah, for sure.
Interestingly enough, Brazil have jumped in.
Okay.
I could be wrong in this. I'll double check this again. But from what I also checked, because the south of Essequibo, going towards the south is where the Brazilian border is. Check on the map for me if I'm correct, because Brazil have got involved in this, and also there's been calls from assistance from Brazil.
Yeah.
But I think it's the south of Essequibo is where the northern border of Brazil would lie. Yeah. Brazil being a huge place. Yeah. Right, scroll up. Like zoom into that. Yeah, can you see right there? Yeah. So you see where Venezuela is. To the right of Venezuela is Guyana. And if you can see that little bit just under the G, under the Guyana for where the G is.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Right there.
Yeah.
That would be the south of Essequibo, that border. But then not south of that is Brazil. Venezuela would have to, at some points, enter through Brazilian borders to get over to Guyana. So this is where Brazil's getting involved, going, hold the phone.
Yeah.
You're not stepping into our land to do this because we also don't think that what you're doing is correct.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And it gets bigger and bigger because now there's talks of Venezuela being influenced by Russia and Ukraine and what's been going on in terms of annexing land in that side of the world.
Yeah.
And then being supported by Iran and like, Lord knows if that's spin or if that's actually what's been going on. Right now, the biggest thing that we saw that the Guyana needed to do is to have the support of the UN.
Yeah.
The Britain, USA, and also Brazil, who border onto the side of Guyana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today, I saw in the news that I think David Lammy said that he's supporting that Britain are giving their support to Guyana.
That's good. Yeah.
Don't know what's going on with the US. I think they said we're with Guyana or we stand with Guyana. I have I'm Caribbean, many family, like Guyana, even though it's in South America, is considered to be a Caribbean country. It's not in the islands around the West Indies, but it's considered to be a Caribbean country, right? So culturally, they are very much of like towards us, similar to, I would say not really Suriname. Suriname kind of is a bit of both of influence of South America and the West Indies. But what we're seeing is Venezuela. I mean, you see the size of Venezuela and their army's huge compared to Guyana. They've gone through the borders with loads of trucks. Then you've got people that are jumping out, living and trying to set up shop and just immigrate, like throwing immigrants into Guyana. Some of them could be to destabilize the stability in Essequibo, in that area.
Yeah.
Google Essequibo for me as well, please. But that's what we're seeing happen over there. Yeah. Now, the reason I want to talk about it is because it's not something that is on the forefront because we're seeing so many different things happen around the world. I'm not trying to say that anything is more or less, but because I think because this is something that I've looked into deeply, because my friends are the ones going, we're worried about our families and so on, but we're not hearing it as much on news outlets. I just wanted to talk about it because there's so much to discuss in the world that you have to pick something that you can at least go, I can talk about this and give it at least a bit of attention, even if it's not someone else's, like what their attention's on. Yeah. Like it's so difficult to have this discussion. All right, can you see right there, that large bit of that green land there in the middle? Oh, not that. That green land there in the middle, right there. Yeah, I know, but it's not going to show up. We're not going to show up on screen, but just for those who are listening, you can see Venezuela is quite a big bit just there on the top of South America. Then you've got that green bit right next to it, the light green side. Yeah, that is Essequibo. Oh, I keep saying both, don't I? Essequibo, Guyana, Essequibo. Yeah, and then next to it, the dark green bit, that is the rest of Guyana. Yeah, but all of it is currently seen as the borders of Guyana. And because there's found to be oil there, I just think that what's going on is they're saying it's because we have right to the land, but also oil. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Money. And it's sad. And I just want to like prayers to the people of Guyana. I pray that there is a halt to this because Guyana is a peaceful place. Yeah. Lovely, peaceful people, beautiful culture, beautiful country. It's got, it's a very much a Caribbean kind of community with South American influence as well. It's such rich in culture. It's such rich in beauty. Yeah. And also as well, if Essequibo has got oil and it belongs to Guyana, hey, yo, that's Guyana. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That like countries like that, compared to that where we live, are often seen as third world, which isn't a nice thing to hear about these countries where like our family and communities are from. Yeah. But if oil is there, that would bring so much more needed money into the country. Yeah. If other places do mine and then at least give stipends to people to say, well, we're going to use your area to mine for oil, which is rich in. And the benefit you have is, one, the work for people that could work at these places to gather up oil. Two, if it does, then other colonies would have to give money to a place which is considered to be an oil ground. Yeah. It's such a deep-rooted issue. There are bits I need to do a bit more research on in regards to who Guyana should have been leaning into support from when it comes to like, there's like a a conglomeracy that is supposed to protect different communities within the Caribbean, that they believe that it shouldn't have been, that you shouldn't have had these people kind of protect you. And there's so many different avenues and angles to this, but the idea is what we're seeing is like in a smaller scale than what we might be seeing in other places, or not even smaller, a less advertised scale than what we see in other places.
No, definitely.
Is one country trying to annex a large section of another country. And we keep seeing stuff like this happening around the world.
Yeah.
We keep hearing about ones that are happening to the east of us. This is more towards the west. And I just wanted to like highlight this because I mean, I've got friends and family that have been telling me, yo, it's deep right now because I've got family in Essequibo.
Yeah.
I've got family in Guyana that are worried about what this means and what's to stop as well if Venezuela are let themselves go to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if they've got, as you say, like if they've got like Iran or something
like
behind
the
them,
army. That like if I Google the army comparisons, it's different. I also don't want to say this though. I'm not going to sit here and say that the people of Venezuela, all of them are bad. But in terms of the government deciding that they're going to recapture, in their eyes, a land that they believe belongs to them against what is actually a land that is within Guyana borders and just try to claim it as their own with people that live there. Yeah. Come on, man. This is something that needs to be spoken about more. So right there, the army size right there is active personnel, 109,000. Now type in Guyanese army size. 3,400. Do you understand?
Wow.
Do you understand like what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the GDF, the Guyanese Defence Force, like around 4,000 people.
Yeah.
You can't go up against an army of 109. Even if they send half their army, they're still like 10 times your size. So this is, I mean, we've seen like right now Britain saying that they're backing Guyana as they should, as it's one of their previous colonies. USA as well. They need your help and assistance, and I just pray that we see that the attempt to annex that land just get stopped. Yeah, because it's not something that it just does. Like if you're going to try and get a land back by claim, you should go through the right courts to do that. Definitely. Not just go in and kick off and then try to remove the people that are in the area. It's a scary thing to see, and it needs to stop. So yeah, Britain, who's backing them, I hope they stick with that. Yeah, and I just hope to see some peace happen in these places. There's too much negativity going on in the world. Yeah, it's true, and we're seeing too many victims for things of which come from places of what is either is greed or anger and rage. And while some things are understandable, other things just seem to just feel intentionally like evil in some ways or fashion.
No, I agree.
So yeah. I wanted to get your opinion initially, but I've already said all of this stuff.
No.
I told you I want you to read up on it.
Yeah.
I did. I said we're going to talk. Do you know I wanted to talk on a podcast about it because, as well? So many people like post stuff on social media and I think it's great. Yeah. There's a page, UK Caribbean community. They're doing so good with posting up bits and letting people know what's going on. Yeah. I heard about some stuff going on very briefly, like a passing post, but I follow them and they've been really letting people know this is what's going on. Yeah. I got so much time and respect for that. But then for me, like, I've reposted some of their stuff in my stories and so on. But I find that my followers will be like, see that, skip. Where's the funny stuff? Yeah. This platform allows me to have a conversation and give it enough time that we can give details and understanding. Like people listen to the podcast, probably hear this and go, I didn't know all of this.
No, I didn't even know some of this.
You know what I'm saying? In the detail that is need to be known. Yeah. I don't even know all of it because there's going to be so much nuance to this that I need to do more research on. But from everything that I have been reading up over the past couple of weeks, that this has been happening and also seeing the posts that have been going up, for me, it's like I want to have the conversation rather than just be the guy that reposts stuff.
No, that's good. Yeah.
I think if you repost stuff, I think it's great as well. Yeah. But also there's more to it. There is having this conversation, giving context, understanding there's nuance, trying to get into it. Yeah. A bit more deeper, speaking to you who never even knew much about it until I said something to you. Then also me putting my hand up and going, well, I didn't know as much until some of my Guyanese friends and family were telling me about some of the stuff that they're seeing happening, like from the villages and the towns that they're from back home. So yeah, I wanted to do it on the podcast more than I wanted to do it on just posting, especially when you, like my followers, a lot of them are going to be like, oh yeah, there's enough negativity in the world. Skip that. Give me the funnies, Aurie. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to really touch base and talk about that. And I just want everyone to kind of keep their eyes peeled as to what's going on. I don't know if there's anything that can be done. If we see, like, From Britain said they're going to back Guyana. If that's what's happening, cool. If they are backing Guyana, if they don't, or they said they're going to, then write in. Hold these people accountable that said they're going to.
Yeah.
I think it was Lammy who said it. Check, scroll up, type in David Lammy. David Lloyd, I don't know why that comes up. Yeah, see right there, of course it would be Lammy.
Yeah.
So, David Lammy. Scroll up, no, go right to the top. Right there, David Lammy MP Guyana. He's Guyanese himself.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, from Brixton, from Guyana. There we go. Look, read it. Every day I'm inspired by my mother who came to Brixton from Guyana. So yeah, we definitely would have been Lammy who would have said something today. When I saw an MP spoke about it today, I was thinking it had to be Lammy. So yeah, Lammy spoke.
Yeah.
Who's Guyanese. So for him, he's going to be feeling it because it's his family that's back there he's looking at as well. So yeah, From Britain to their backing, then cool. If you see them waver on that, hold them accountable. Just like we're seeing all kinds of protests happening all the time, hold them accountable. Send messages, contact your local MPs, contact your local council and say, yo, what was going on? Because I want to see that you are going to be supporting this community that can't support themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, man.
That's good.
Prayers to Guyana. And as somebody who's a believer of the faith, prayers to Venezuela that whatever is going on over there, because there are going to be people that are against what's going on in Venezuela,
for sure.
that they're also heard. Because you're going to get some people internal that are going to be protesting this happening. Prayers to them as well. And prayers to just peace amongst these people that rather than all of this negativity. Because I feel like people are fueling everyone watching what's going on in the world, going, well, if that's going on, let's go and if that's how we get stuff done, let's get stuff done now. And I don't want to keep seeing that. None of us do.
True.
But yeah. Anyway, was that the last one or we got more?
That was the last one. Unless you want... Yeah, that's the last one.
No, that's cool. We'll leave it at that. All right. Let's wrap this up. Before we wrap it up, a couple things. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I should do this in a separate video, but I'm going to do it. No, I'll do another one in a separate video. Yeah. Right now, I'll do this one. Firstly, the merchandise for Aurie Styla has come out. Again, I've got new hats. I've been wearing one the whole episode. You see it on my head. It's not cold in here. I just wanted you lot to see the merch. I've got caps as well, trucker caps that you can buy. And I've also got the hoodies. I'm not wearing the hoodies today because it's been too hot in the studio for that. Hoodies are available. Hats are available. auriestyla.co.uk. Also the tour, auriestyla.co.uk for the tickets on the tour. We added 6 more dates. Did I add them when you were away?
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
So let me do the proper announcement about that and let people know what time it is when it comes to that tour. I will read these out to you. So we have sold out of the Brighton show on the 1st of February. We are nearly sold out of the show in Wellingborough and Coventry. I think they might be sold out now, actually, which is in February. Reading show sold out from early. Birmingham show is like in the last 15% of tickets. Where else are we? Glasgow and Edinburgh, nowhere near sold out. Do me a favour and buy some tickets. Thank you. Bristol's near sold out as well. Maidstone is near sold out. We get to May, the 2 London shows. The first one sold out. The second one is, we are like 2/3 of the way sold on that second one, and that's May. We may have to add another one if we have to. And we added some more dates. June the 14th, Cambridge. June the 15th, Northampton. We moved the Northampton show that we had in April because of the show in Northampton. They're doing some renovating in the venue, I believe. All right. So my show had to be moved, which I'm fine for. But what we've done, because that was nearly sold out as well, we've gone to the bigger room. We've gone from the small room to the big room at the Royal and Durngate. So make sure you check that out as well. Tickets are available for Northampton. Norwich, we're doing Norwich Playhouse, we're doing Brighton Comedia, we're doing Crawley. So listen, that's as close to Croydon as I could have got. You know what I mean? Crawley. I ain't getting no closer to Croydon. I did Brighton before and people were like, what about Croydon? I said, I don't know about that one. They said, yeah, come Croydon. I said, I don't know about that one. I said, brother, come Croydon or we'll do something. I said, all right, fine, we'll go Crawley. We also got another Reading show as well at the South Street Arts Centre. First one sold out, second one's available. More dates may be added. In fact, no, let me not say that. More dates are going to be added, but I can't announce them yet. But there is some great news that's going to be happening. I will say the word in, and then I will say ter, and then I'll say the word national, and then I'll say Bruce Lee's surname, which is Lee. Put those all together, and you figure out what I'm saying when I'm saying about other things that are going on. But yeah, check those dates out, auriestyla.co.uk. And also, what else am I pushing? I don't even know. The Christmas crack up is sold out.
Is it?
Yeah, man. Christmas crack up sold out. Shout out to my boy Greg Berman from the US of A by way of Ukraine. Comedian who's from Ukraine, but he lives in the USA. He's coming to perform at the show as well.
Nice.
He's in town. He said he'll jump on.
Yep.
I might try and get him on the podcast. If you don't move the dates that we record them.
Sorry.
Thank you, Trudge. Might get him up here as well. He's in London for the month. I'm going to see if I can get him to take the trip up to our little village here.
Yep, nice.
After that, for now, the preview shows have been good. Next preview show is in January, the 25th. So close to the tour, you can either come to the preview show. It's in London. If you don't want to come to that, come to the London shows. They're sold out. I'm happy. This tour's coming together nicely. We're doing really, really well. Shout outs to my team at Live Nation for helping me get this tour sold out. Shout outs to Ebden Management as well. They've been really putting up with have me tell Aurie, can you get this done? Yeah, I will do. And get this done. Mate, I'm tired. Scripts and all that. Oh, well, shout out to the team we did a pilot yesterday for You're Part of the Problem, BBC Radio 4 sketch show, which is going to be phenomenal. It's had some great people on there. Me, Abby Clark, Lola Rose Maxwell, Ed Jones, Stephen Buchanan with the voices on there. Shout outs to Gwen Davies, to the writers as well. Cody, all of you are great, man. It was just a dope recording yesterday, and we did that. That'll be out soon for you to hear. Mate, I don't know, man. I got to go to hospital, don't I? So checking my wrist is broken.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all right. It's better that you told me that than leave me hanging, and I think it's okay.
That's true.
All right, let's sign out of this. You can follow me at Aurie Styla, AURIESTYLA. You can follow Trudge at
Sam Trudge. Or you can probably wait and see if there's any You've Been Framed reruns. So, you know.
There better not be. And also, keep supporting, following Respectfully Podcast on Respectfully Pod on Instagram. We're going to sign out. Take care, look after yourself, and don't do what Donna did to his son for the money. All right, ladies and gentlemen, love your kids. That's the message for today. We're out. Peace.